Hey, Myron, how's it going?
No, what's up?
I apologize for the randomness of this question. We went from talking about feminism to 9/11, but
Sure.
another political question. What are your thoughts on trans women using women's bathrooms?
Unacceptable. Weird.
Yeah, but the thing is, and I don't think this gets asked enough, how exactly are we going to prevent that from happening and stop them? Are we just going to pull up everyone's skirt that wants to go in?
You know, that's a good question. This might be controversial, but look. I don't like public displays of affection. I don't like it whether it's heterosexual or gay. I think it's problematic because, I think anywhere where kids can be, that shouldn't be shown. If it were me, like let's say I was like the president or, the prime minister of the Fuhrer, I would basically make it where there's like gay zones where if you want to go ahead and, have PDA and the gay clubs and all the other stuff, that's in your section there. And then when you come out into regular society, you can't do that stuff. Because I do think that kids seeing that, it's just not natural. It's not good. This is why I'm against, gays and lesbians adopting children, because children need a mother and a father. They need that polarity. So, this whole bathroom thing, that's a microcosm of a much bigger problem where we're accepting people's Looney Tunes worldview of, oh, I identify as, a woman when they're a man. And then we've seen it lead to problems where women are being assaulted, they're being attacked. And, yeah, these people are just not well in the head, man. And I don't think we need to go ahead and play their Looney Tunes game with them, right? It's two genders, right? At the end of the day, if, a guy that thinks he's a woman, once he passes away and archaeologists like exhume the body or whatever, they're going to look at the bones and be like, this was a guy. It's a definitive thing. And the fact that we're even, saying that there's more than two genders or whatever is ridiculous.
I see, but is the sexual assault argument really valid? Because isn't that like the equivalent of looking at, like, for example, a black person who robs a gas station, shoots a clerk, and then saying, oh, this is a tragedy. This never would have happened if we would have just outlawed black people from going into public spaces like gas stations. Isn't that identical to saying trans women shouldn't go in there on the basis of sexual harassment?
No, I mean, like, I don't think men should be entering the woman's bathroom ever.
I got that. And
whether they want to identify as a woman or not, I don't think they should ever be going in there. Like, it's inappropriate and strange. It's pretty simple, cut through. You know what I mean? Like, I think the whole the example you gave with like robbing a gas station isn't like the same.
But I'm definitely more on the progressive side.
Because you don't choose your skin color, but you can go ahead and choose your gender, which is kind of weird.
Well, the thing is, I agree with you that there are indeed only two genders, and I don't think trans women are women. I don't think trans men are men. But the thing is, if somebody wants to transition, that doesn't really affect my life. I don't care if you do that. In fact, I know I'm going to get tomatoes thrown at me for saying this, but I don't even care if you use the women's bathroom.
Well, I mean, that's easy for you to say from that position because you're a man and you're capable of defending yourself if something happened, but a lot of women aren't. And I think we need to put things in place to protect the women. As much as people actually make fun of me or attack me for saying that I shit on women all the time, actually a lot of the things that I say are to protect women. I think we need to keep them out of female sports. I think we need to keep them out of female bathrooms. And, that's to protect women and little girls. So a lot of the times when I say the things that I say, it's thinking of like society in the broader sense, right? So like when I say like, hey, we shouldn't have gay people or heterosexual people having public displays of affection, that's because of kids. I don't think sexual degeneracy open sexual degeneracy is appropriate for children because children are very impressionable. So when I'm talking about the bathroom thing, right, what if a little girl's in there and then like some strange individual that's like a dude comes in and is like standing to pee? That's weird. Like they shouldn't have to experience that as a kid. So that's my thing. It's always because you're an adult, you're an able-bodied male, you don't care. That's cool. But my thing is I'm looking at the little girls that go use that bathroom and some weirdo with a beard comes in. That's unacceptable.
And that's a fair argument. Also, is it true someone threw a bag of bugs at you earlier today?
I didn't even notice. I didn't know. Someone put a bag of bugs. That's funny, man. People are weird. See, I've always said that like leftists are far more, violent and strange about their stuff. Like, they won't have a debate. Instead, they're gonna go gather a bunch of bugs and put in a bag. That's strange.
Yeah, liberals are fucking weird sometimes.
Yeah,
luckily I'm not a liberal.
Yeah, no, you seem like a sensible one, but
well, I'm a centrist, so that means I have strong stances that get me booed and hissed at by both sides.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's not many of us out there, but anyway, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries.